Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you're here and I'm excited for the star energies this week and excited to do this tuning to help integrate us so that we're um, much more able to take advantage of all the good energies that the universe is bringing us and all the shifts that can occur for us. And so I'll read some information I received, and it might be a little longer today on the information because there was a lot of it. And so the theme for this week is breakthroughs in passion, empowerment, confidence, and creativity, and many other things. And so this is a dynamic week with a lot of emotion. And on July 21st, which is tomorrow, the first quarter moon travels near Scorpio, shifting the emotional tone toward deep passion, intensity, and deep truth seeking. And then on Wednesday, the 22nd, the sun enters Leo, shifting the energies into confident creativity. The energies in Leo ask you to move from quiet introspection and step into your personal power and reconnect with what brings you joy rather than just fulfilling obligations. At the same time of these moon and sun changes, there's a rare alignment of four stars or planets, wandering stars as I call them, called the Barbault basket, named after the Frenchman who predicted, who could see this coming and predicted this alignment years ago. And this configuration, this Barbault basket, is genuinely a once in a lifetime event that occurs only every 248 years. So some of the individual alignments of those four stars happen much more frequently, but they only occur exactly like they're forming now every 248 years. So this formation runs intensely from yesterday, July 19th, through July 22nd. And it connects Jupiter, which is in the can't even think here. Jupiter is in Leo. Then the planet Uranus, or the wandering star of Uranus, is in Gemini. Neptune is in Aries, and Pluto is in Aquarius, all at precisely 4 degrees of their respective signs. So because it only occurs once in 248 years, they're calling this a cradle, and it's made by the wandering stars or planets. So this suggests potential for inspired changes and breakthroughs in freedom and innovation, which would be Uranus energies, in compassion and vision, which would be Neptune, and in empowerment, which would be Pluto and Jupiter energies. It represents structural shifts in collective consciousness, gradual evolution of our hearts or minds, and the quiet rewriting of long-term timelines. You might notice a subtle internal reorganization, a sudden clarity on which old chapters of your life are permanently closing, and what new future things are calling you forward. So, and I liked also how the name of this Instagram person is, or company, I don't know, it's called The Spiritual Magic. And they say it like this: Jupiter is pouring out abundance directly onto your path. Uranus is delivering the breakthroughs you stopped expecting. Neptune is answering the wish you were almost too afraid to believe in. And Pluto is bringing the fated soul level transformation that changes everything permanently. Pretty cool, huh? If we're ready for these and welcoming them into our lives and releasing our old patterns to make room for these new changes. And this is what moonreading.com says. This week, an intense first quarter moon in Scorpio rises on July 21st, and it's shining a light on a place in your life where your power has been quietly slipping away. You may not even have noticed it. Most people don't. But you felt the drain a slow, invisible loss of energy, focus, and choice that you never actually agreed to. Scorpio doesn't play games with power. It shows you exactly what's been holding pieces of you: a person, a situation, maybe an old story or an old fear you inherited so long ago that it's part of you. It might be a relationship where you keep deferring at the cost of your own soul. It might be a job that asks you to shrink parts of you that shouldn't be shrunk, or a belief about what you're allowed to have that isn't even yours. This week, you begin taking it back. And moonreading.com continues here. Scorpio governs power in its most personal form, not power over others, but power over your own life, your own decisions, your own energy. Most of us don't realize how much of that power we give away in small, invisible ways until something illuminates the leak. The first quarter moon creates the productive friction that makes this visible and demands the first act of reclamation. The reclamation happens in small, precise moments of standing firm where you would normally have folded, or declining what you would normally have accepted, or of speaking what you would normally have swallowed. Beautiful. And so those are the only other than energy to speak of this week, because we covered the sun and the moon. Beside the Barbault basket alignment that involves Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto around their 4 degrees of their signs, and beside the sun and the moon changes, which are also big ones, Mercury comes out of retrograde on July 23rd. So communication and technology will begin to be easier, we hope. And there's usually waxing and waning of that as well. So beautiful energies coming, and we will now tune ourselves for this collective consciousness, this rewriting of long-term timelines, subtle internal reorganization that brings clarity, and the passion, empowerment, confidence, and creativity in our lives to move us forward into the future. And I'm going to start with the 128, waited for it, and start the tuning here. So just hold these intentions to receive. And I'm using this as if my hand here is your third eye and my third eye. In fact, I'll use my own, and I'm the surrogate for each of you. So in these moments of higher nitric oxide produced within our bodies with the fork here, we will use those moments of the nitric oxide to increase these energies and to work with these energies today. And if you feel the need to wiggle or squirm or get up and walk around, please do so. If you are coughing, sneezing, hiccuping, yawning, those things are all energy clearing in your body. So let it happen. So I'm at my heart chakra now, and now at my sacral, the back side of my sacral bone. And yours, your sacrum. And I'm asking in the angels, the archangels, and the angels of the oneness to do angelic feng shui here for each of us listening, to help integrate all these energies and to clear, especially to clear what needs to be cleared in us, so that we can most take advantage of these energies and bring them forward in our lives. So I'm doing angelic feng shui here, letting the angels do their work. And give thanks to the angels. And to calm our minds, to release the energies, to bring in the new, to release the old. Using the 222 hertz now. Now we're going to pinpoint the ancestral patterns as well as our own patterns that keep us stuck, or those patterns that we've been so prominent in our lives up until now and are not as helpful as we need. I feel the energy going deep into my root chakra. So the root's about safety, security, and abundance. Releasing all old insecurities and traumas where we didn't feel safe that then affect the rest of our lives. Or maybe it was our ancestors' trauma. If I feel them coming up, releasing, bubbling up out of me, let it go. So if that's happening, or just assume that it's probably happening to many of you also, so let it come. Now I'm using weighted forks. Again, to dig out the deep-seated unhelpful patterns of our ancestors and our own patterns as well. To release those and receive and activate the energies we need for this shift, those worldwide shifts in consciousness or in clarity that we are could certainly use at this time. To bring the empowerment each of us need. To step forward in our joy, in our passion, in confidence, in clarity, and in the creativity we need. And we'll come through again with just the 528 this time. For DNA repair, to move us forward permanently. To integrate those new energies within us that we're bringing in from the stars and the sun and the moon, the wandering stars, the planets. In this basket, you might not be able to hear it, but the tone is still going. Just letting it die out and to fully integrate. And before we end here, please give me a thumbs up to help the other people find it. Thanks for being here. And if you would hold an intention, whatever that is, and for this week and or the future, then I'll amplify that intention as I zip up your energy from foot to crown to protect you from negative mindsets and energies. And we'll connect your ascending flow with the joy of the angels and ancestors in the oneness. And thank you for being here today. There, it's ending. Bye-bye.